You think you get rid of them and then they keep creeping back. Once you think they're done, they suck you back in, they draw you back in. Yeah, it's true. And here's the reason why it's crazy expensive for people to live on their own today. I see it. My kid is living on his own and he's struggling and he's got one of the cheapest places he can get. And it is what it is, but he's got to adult up or he's got to move back in. And that's his choice, pay rent or pay rent, right? There's an article that I just saw, Scotsman's Guide, and it talks about living longer. But here's the advantage to that: it's first-time home buyers, and I have friends that are older now in their 30s, and they're thinking, "Oh, I'm going to wait for the rates to come down or the market to crash or whatever." This is a great time to do it. I know it sucks because affordability is out the door, but if you're ever going to adult up and get your house and get a mortgage, this is the time to do it because rates will eventually fall down. Might not be great, but get into a house, get into whatever you can. Get into a condo, get into a townhouse, get into a really small dinky house, get into a house that's an hour away from work, but get into a house because now is the time. There's less competition now, and prices are a little bit more fragile than they were. I don't see prices crashing down. I don't see any reason why that might happen. If you're interested in watching this video or reading this article, it's all down here in the Scotsman Guide, and of course, the link is in my blog. Come and take a look. So, share first-time home buyers reached its highest level in six years this March, even as mortgage rates on typical 30-year mortgage homes have climbed up to the mid-six. So people are recognizing that this is a great time to buy if you're a first-time home buyer. Those homes are fragile. Not the luxury markets. We talk every house that I show off here, like not the Lowe's, but the luxury market, the Willow Glen, those are all luxury homes. Those are second homes that I show off. Sometimes they're first-time home buyers, like the bank owns. That's tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Come and take a look. But here it is what it is. So if you're thinking about getting your kids into a house or helping them get into a house, or you want to have that conversation, this is a great conversation starter for them. You may know if you need any help. Probate and estate sales. That's what we do. It's my niche. It's really what I do. A lot of different ones, but this is where I like to be because I like to see people get to where they feel safe again. And it's not just probate and estate sales. I help older parents get into adult communities or mental health communities or what have you, because I've done it multiple times. And this is where I really feel comfortable helping people get into the next chapter of their lives. So if you have questions, should you sell your house, your parents' house? Most of the times, no. And I'll tell you why. But you got to call me. All right. Download your free home buyers checklist. If you're starting to think about buying, it's right here. The link is in the blog. Los Gatos House of the Week, Glen Ridge Ave, not my listing, $4.5 million. That's expensive when you think that the average price in Silicon Valley is $2.5 million. So it is what it is. It says 33 pictures, so stand by. This is 5-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,600 square feet, built in 1909, and it's walking distance to downtown Los Gatos. Let's go take a look inside. Nice craftsman style home. This is really pretty. Oh, look at that. I wonder if that really works. If it's a gas stove now, because that was a wood burner at one time. Thank you for putting the floor plan on. There you go. And nothing else really crazy going on here. $18 million, the highest sold price this last week. 730 was the lowest list price. And it's the same thing as last week. Highest list price to sales price ratio was 134%, and the lowest list price to sales price ratio was 71%. Actives right now are starting to come down. As I told you, we peaked at 1515 and now we're coming down. It's because it's the end of the season. We're going to see those numbers dwindle. And as I said in the title of this video, we're almost near 30% of active listings have seen price reductions. Yeah. And here's the thing. It's not going to affect anybody unless there's bank-owned properties, right? Tomorrow we're going to talk about bank-owned properties. Those numbers aren't escalating either. Last week I talked about the lady that said that there's a crack in the dam that's starting to leak. Yeah, absolutely possible. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you what's going on, but right now 30% of the homes have seen price reductions. Buyers are being picky. Buyers are looking for the big deal, the righteous deal, right? Not necessarily turnkey in all aspects, but a home buyer is typically not going to look in a sub-average market. A home buyer, unless you're a first-time home buyer, obviously, right? But if you're a move-up buyer, you're not moving to San Jose. You're probably or East San Jose. You're probably going to or South San Jose. You're probably going to move to Almadena, Willow Glen, or Cupertino, Campbell, Saratoga, all that. So just keep that in mind. All right. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Avitano. We'll see you out there.